Breaking news Leafs has just been revealed, taking everyone by surprise. Our journalists have managed to obtain this valuable information. However, before we discuss the details of the news, I kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel, aiming to soon surpass the number of subscribers of Canadians. With everyone's cooperation, we aim to become the leading news channel. The Toronto Maple Leafs undoubtedly warrant all the criticism they receive for the inept and ill-advised manner in which they orchestrated the transition between general managers this summer. Furthermore, the Toronto Maple Leafs should be subject to censure for allocating substantial financial resources to high-profile players who, statistically speaking, offer no discernible difference from replacement-level players. Nevertheless, these contracts remain remarkably low risk due to their lack of long-term commitments. The acquisitions of Max Domi, John Klingberg, and Ryan Reaves were lamentable and absurd, given that they constitute costly gambles with exceedingly slim prospects of yielding positive returns. We take a brief break from this news broadcast to bring you a relevant announcement. We want to point out that if you want to continue receiving the latest related news via YouTube suggestions, it is imperative that you leave your support by clicking the like button on this video. Thank you for your collaboration. Now, let's continue with the news coverage. Their actions merit scrutiny, although not to an excessive degree. While these may not be stellar deals, they do not significantly harm the team. On the whole, the Leafs should be commended for not harboring a single detrimental contract on their roster, or at the very least, not one that actively hampers or obstructs their progress. The Toronto Maple Leafs still don't possess an adverse contract. The Leafs could have utilized their off-season budget more judiciously, but the reality remains that they did not commit to extended contract terms, rendering these deals relatively low risk. Should the need arise, Domi and Klingberg can be traded. Even though bestowing Ryan Reaves with a 3-year contract may appear imprudent, it barely exceeds the league minimum. In Reaves' case, the Leafs violated two fundamental principles for averting poor contracts. They conferred long-term commitments to aging players and paid replacement-level players more than the league minimum. Consequently, while technically it may constitute a subpar contract, it does not substantially hinder their operations in any significant manner. With the exception of Matt Murray's contract, which could be perceived as somewhat problematic, the Leafs' other contracts are satisfactory. John Tavares' deal is entirely reasonable, given his nearly 40-goal performance last year and his 54% ex-goals rating. He unquestionably justifies every penny of his salary, and his contract represents a prudent investment. Mitch Marner, Austin Matthews, and William Nylander all offer excellent value. TJ Brodie is entering the final year of his contract, and although opinions on Morgan Rielly's deal may vary, it remains reasonable for his contributions. While it may not be exceedingly team-friendly, it reflects the compensation one would provide for a highly proficient second-line player, and he is likely to remain an asset for the majority of his contract. Upon reviewing the remainder of the Toronto Maple Leafs contracts on Cap Friendly, no glaring issues come to light. In the NHL, most problematic contracts are characterized by exorbitant costs and extended durations for players who do not significantly outperform replacement-level counterparts. Had Max Domi or John Klingberg been under multi-year contracts, it would indeed be a cause for concern. However, this is not the case, and thus, such concerns are unwarranted. The Toronto Maple Leafs have consistently exhibited cap management prowess throughout the Kyle Dubas era, and it has been quite some time since they have been saddled with a genuinely detrimental contract. In fact, there may be no better team in hockey when it comes to effectively navigating the complexities of the salary cap. This proficiency is precisely why other teams, such as Tampa, Pittsburgh, Colorado, and others, have started adopting the studs and duds cap strategy that the Leafs have pioneered in recent years. What's up, fans? How are you interpreting this news? Do you feel in agreement, or do you have a dissenting perspective? Leave your analysis in the comments area. This feedback is of great importance for our beloved team to understand your opinion. Stay tuned, as I will be back with more information at any moment.